Discord glitch. I can't hear Jay Coper.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because you kept talking over me. But I think it's time to move on, and I think LOZ Cards fan should do the transition here.
Yes, indeed. And looks like that the race between Crystal Saver and Ategenos is underway. And we are going to go ahead and turn the mic over to the two top Legend of Zelda players in the world, Lack Attack and Darkwing Duck. Take it away, gentlemen.
Hey, thanks, Cards fan. Welcome, everybody. I got to get Darkwing over here. Hold on a second. There we are. Darkwing?
Hello.
Hey. Alright, so the race has already started. And,
yeah, and wow, they've already got a wand.
yeah, we've already got a weapon, so that's got to be one of the best items you can find right away, at least underneath underneath an Armos, so.
The red candle's the only other good starting item that is effectual that early.
I'm thinking of one word, or, well, one thing to describe Saber's colors. What would you say it is?
Unrecognizable.
I was gonna say cotton candy.
Cotton candy? That's not one word, though.
I said one thing. One thing.
Oh, one thing. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. So.
See how it is.
Yeah. So I missed where the wand was, but I'm guessing it was under the Armos' south of the starting point, which apparently was a candle.
I didn't get. We were waiting, and it was surprising that they started at that time. So I have no idea where. Well, I know the starting. I saw the starting location. It wasn't at the starting location.
Yeah.
Saber doesn't have it yet, so obviously not. So okay. So he's probably going to get it now, and we're off to a. It should be. Since they're not searching for a weapon, they can go through the. They can clear overworld a lot faster, so it's probably be a quicker seed just because of that. Jeez.
Oh, and then we find the sword anyway.
Yeah. Would you consider getting a candle there?
I would consider it, definitely. I mean,
would you get it?
I would get the candle right. I mean, right away. Why not? You've got a weapon already. The only thing you need a candle for really is to burn the bushes, the sword is going to kill everything you're going to encounter except for Wizrobes, and they're only in 2 dungeons.
Well, it is random. Is it? I don't even know if it's supposedly.
I thought they limit it.
I don't remember, but yeah, that's the risk, is that you find Wizrobe dungeon and you can't clear it, but.
Yeah, maybe
on the other end, you just don't have to worry about candle at all.
Yeah, maybe if it'd have been longer until he found a sword and cleared out some of the shops already, maybe, and not seen a candle, maybe that would have been the play. But anyway, he takes the sword, so he can at least do 3 damage with the sword out. So
I still think candle would have been an interesting option, because you may not have to redo an area. Oh, so that makes it even quicker overworld.
Sure.
Although I don't know on, it goes into, you're going into this is the winner's final. I mean, so you're not out of the tournament if you lose, and you're still close to winning even if you do lose. So would you want to be riskier? Or would you want to try to mimic what you think the other player is doing? What would be your mindset? How would you go across it?
I mean, I don't think I played differently just based on who I'm playing against. I think I play my own game. I mean, he's gotten this far. He's beaten everybody he's played. I think you just play your own game. And I think when you start worrying about the other player, you can lose focus, especially in a randomizer when your mind really needs to be on top. If you're doing like just a regular any percent race, the route is etched in your mind. You really don't have to think too much outside of counts and stuff. But
I still think it would have been a good, but
I like the candle. I like the candle there.
Yeah, I think it would have been a really good. So we can't even see what exactly dungeon of what's been found based on what we see on our screen.
We've seen 3 dungeons so far, I think, and they're
Yeah,
mostly
well,
in
they're
the
both
top-
in 2
the
different
northeast.
ones, and yeah.
Yeah,
Never went to start, I think, pretty
Yeah,
quickly after getting
north.
the wand. Start area. I think one of them was in either 8 or 7. I wasn't sure. Patches are not bad things to find when you have wand, because obviously, wand has what people may not, if you're unfamiliar with randomizer, wand actually has the actual wand handle has a bigger hitbox than the sword, at least vertically, and
you
so
can
you
hit
hit much better.
Yeah, you can hit enemies that are a full tile above you.
Yeah.
Really nice and with dark nuts and stuff.
Yeah, dark nuts are the best, and then patches are fine, and wow, Patra Central.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like 2 for Saver with the finding the book on the ground and doesn't pick it up. That's with the wand. I guess doesn't want to deal with the fire, but
yeah, I probably wouldn't pick it up either.
Yeah,
it's not as bad as people make it out to be. It's just it's not. I don't think it's all that detrimental, but it's not that full either. So it's more of a annoyance than an actual hindrance, and you really don't need it. So
yeah. Well, at least he knows where it is, and if he can't find a candle, then there it is.
If you can't find a candle,
hey, I've gone a long time without finding a candle, and Saber finds another dungeon.
Yeah.
This
and
looks
that
like one.
that death hurts, to be honest, because that's I don't know, 20, 30 seconds of just wasted time.
Yeah, just fighting the Patra.
Because he died near the end of it, so he just has to fight it again. You're not going to just try to bypass it. He's right there. That's a time loss there that he's not going to get back. So
Sure.
just based on that, disregarding any movement ideas and random luck, Ategenos is behind.
Speaking of random luck,
yeah.
So passes on the book, finds the red candle.
Yeah. So Saver doesn't need all that much luck. He's the first seed for a reason, but you get luck, it's going to be hard for Ategenos to catch up with that mistake, and then Saver getting that luck with the red candle, because he can cover everything now. The only thing he can is bombs, and then I'm pretty sure Saver is one of the first to kind of, if I know right, he's the one who's kind of skipped Death Mountain until last most of the time now. I think he's the one that kind of started that. I'd go to Death Mountain, if I had 8 bombs and I'm anywhere near it, I go. I think Saver kind of avoids it until the end. I guess it's way out of the way. There's not that many actual door locations. If we just do the top left, we ignore the Spectacle Rock area. You've got the transition spot, which I would not consider, but just left of where you come down and go into the grave, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 5 spots, which isn't that many. So I think he makes it a point to not go there until the end.
Yeah.
Unless he's already there and he's got a lot of bombs, and he'll do it since it's fast at that point. So dungeons up there, I think Saver's going to be in great shape.
Yeah, I think going to Death Mountain is it's just everybody thinks it's last, so when you're up there and you're going early, you're like, oh, well, maybe I'm getting a leg up on everybody if there's a dungeon up here, especially with an important item. So
I agree. But if it's not, or like on a lot of starting locations that are somewhat near the top, I'll go to that Death Mountain open cave a lot.
Sure.
And the times that's low percentage, but you're in a huge advantage if the sword happens to be there.
And Saber's striking gold here, getting the ladder and a candle
Get
in
the ladder.
level 1.
Yeah, that's like it's gonna. You give Saber that advantage, and I mean, Ategenos isn't doing
And-
bad. Oh, quick.
And now the bow, and I don't know if you saw the bow is on the ladder spot.
Yeah, so all he needs now is Silver Arrow for sure, and then any random thing for any blocks.
Yeah.
I think for Ategenos' sake, gonna want, if he knew about what situation he's in, he's gonna want some of these dungeons to be blocked by. He'll want the lake. He want it to be whistle blocked or raft blocked.
Yeah.
Be power bracelet blocked.
His route here is really going to determine the speed because of finding the ladder early. I mean, that could potentially block you in so many dungeons that you just want to find that early. And if he doesn't go down to the start area, he's not going to find level 1. He's not going to get the ladder.
Well, you see, he kind of skipped the Candle Row area and decided to do the 2 bomb spots. Let's see if he goes back at this point, because those are 2 easy ones to miss, to forget about. Those are the top 2, really, are those 2 spots. But he is skipping. He's skipping this. He's got a candle, so he could do that. But he decided to go to the grave. Going to do a Death Mountain. He's got 6 bombs. He probably could. But I don't know. It's like just pathing is not conducive for him right now.
Saber's got to be careful.
Go ahead.
I said Saber's got to be careful not to die here, especially close to these last 2 caves.
Yeah, that would be bad because
he's just so far away.
So far. Yeah, I'm saying I'm not watching Saber all that much because the sprite is a bit too much.
Not a fan of cotton candy. I do like the dark forest green link. That's probably my favorite alternate sprite color.
That's the one I generally tend to use.
Yeah. Saber not going to downgrade his candle. In theory, I know you can't do it, but picks up a heart. Actually, a really, really good heart. And it looks like 8gen's going to get to level 1 here if he goes left.
Okay. So that'll be good. But that's a good 3 minutes behind getting the ladder.
Sure.
And he's,
I mean, he does have a sword, which is something. I mean, maybe a Wizrobe dungeon is coming up, and that's gonna stop HN or stop Saber. At least have to use bombs. So
he's got 1 and 2 Triforce, which is really nice. Into 1 first, and then 2 with the item on the ground. I mean, this is if the time ends up being a bit long, if there's any dungeon blocks, this is a pretty easy seed. I wonder, would you actively go back to ring shops if you decide it's a good time to get it?
If I have the money and I have written down where ring shop is, I'm usually going to try to work my way back there. I've got, Saber's got 5 hearts, now 6, but I don't know. I think it's worth it. If you got the money, you got to spend it on something.
Yeah.
Maybe if you find another one and you have the money.
I don't like going back to it. Like if I find it again, or if I'm, if I remember where it is, I don't actively go back to it. I'll do it if it's in, within range, or I find another blue ring shop.
Sure.
But I like the idea of backtracking for it. And this goes back to something we've talked about before: is having the confidence of being able to do a dungeon at low health and low and no ring.
I can't see which level HN is in because of his sprite dot color.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if anybody in chat can see a little better, but I have no clue. I mean, he's gone right a few times. I have no idea. Maybe
this is 1, isn't it? Oh, it's 2. Okay.
This is 2.
Okay. This is where the book was.
Nice.
Remember
okay. Thanks for helping us out. HN's color color choice derailing the commentary.
Yeah.
And he
Oh,
also
cheap,
passes on the book.
Yeah, there's
so.
the book. The that before, but buyers are cheap.
Yeah, and that's really good, especially late because those are going to be a 9.
Yep.
And Saber did go back by the blue ring, which made the palette a little worse.
I don't think it changed the quality of it, just the actual look.
Yeah. Zelda's face appears to be normal color, I guess. As Saber finds another dungeon, I believe that's 5 or maybe 6 dungeons
3
now.
Well, we got the hint that Manhandla was on Death Mountain, so I think it's 3.
Oh, I meant in terms of number of dungeons. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saber's been in a pretty big amount. Oh, this is an interesting room here. Oh gosh, and of course, the dark nuts go down immediately.
It's like right now, Saber has to have something bad happen, I think, or 9 has to be, complex for him to lose. I think. I mean, he's gotten really lucky, and he doesn't need the luck that much. He's very solid in his play.
Yeah.
That even in any percent, that's what he's known for, is being very conservative and solid, not necessarily being aggressive or risk taking.
I'm gonna see what the item is here in 3.
Oh, if it's the silver arrows,
nice. It's even better, especially with his recent purchase.
Yeah, that should have been expected, really.
Yeah, it's just you have all the keys. You're gonna find the magical key. You buy the blue ring. The red ring's coming up.
Yeah, for those that there seems to be some kind of confusion. This is a double elimination tournament. I even said it. I say it better incorrectly than I do correctly. And this is the winner's final. This is the last match. If this was a single elimination tournament, this would be the final match. This is the last match of 2 players that have not lost yet.
Yeah.
So the advantage here is that you're guaranteed only you get to play for the championship on your next race if you win this. If you lose, you have to win another you have to win 3 more races.
Yeah, to get back here.
Win the championship. So it's a huge advantage to win here. You're not out. It's not like it's not as pressure packed as, say, a loser's bracket matchup.
HN having to go in about every single room here in one, going out to the wing, I guess. What was the item on the floor in 1? Did we see that?
I don't think so.
Okay. Oh, the ladder was on the floor.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. He's about to find it right here with the rupees. It was so fast that there wasn't like the big reveal. But, yeah. So Saber basically having to full clear 3 in the Triforce. I mean, that's basically all that slowed him down so far.
Yeah.
And he gets a hint here that level 4 is on Death Mountain, so he will have to go up there eventually.
Yeah. So I'm sure he's going to do Death Mountain now since he got those hints. So again,
sure.
These are mixed hints, so he needs things that don't help or detrimental, and that's a help. So for him to fall behind, and it's just not happening yet.
That was really good wand play in there by Saber, just stabbing the Gibdo and flinging the beam back. It was really nice.
That's always fun to do.
They're gonna knock these 3 out up here before heading up to the to the northwest corner.
I'd be very surprised if he went anywhere else. He's got the ladder, and Forest, even with the dungeon room shuffle, it's still easy to get ladder blocked in 4.
Yeah, so
He's got the ladder. It's just, I'm almost to the point where I'm considering in First Quest dungeons just to skip 4 when I enter it, because there are 3 possible ladder block rooms, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rooms that are direct connection.
Yeah, you can't go any further. Yeah, it's not a bad strategy, just kind of playing the odds if you don't have that ladder.
Conversely, ladder could be early on, and you have to, that's always the risk. You're always weighing that difference.
Here's a question for you. He has the ladder. He knows the bow is out on the ladder spot. Do you go back and get the bow? Do you wait until you have arrows in hand? What if you're in a dungeon and Goma's sitting there waiting for you?
Likelihood of a forced Goma is low. So I'd be more concerned. I would do Death Mountain first. Then I don't think he's done the grave yet, so I'd do the grave and then just world wrap and grab the bow then.
Yeah, that's a good plan. Okay. Another heart container. So the white sword item is heart container. So that means the white sword's in a dungeon somewhere.
Magical sword was, I believe, the potion shop, Spectacle Rock. That's a tough one. If you get enough, you have to get 14 hearts to guarantee yourself getting the magical sword. I don't know if magical sword will be retrieved in this run for Saver, but conversely, he has to find the white sword. Then that could be a problem if the white sword's in 9. So Saver doesn't use select swap, so he can do pause buffering strats. So select swap is more convenience than actual time saving. 4.
Yeah, this is 4. Nice. Finds the item room right away. Oh no, this is not 4.
Oh wow! So more. Wow. Okay.
So there's 2 dungeons. This must
5 probably.
Yeah, he grabs the Triforce immediately.
Would you re-enter?
5 is like on the bubble of items. He's got the ladder and knows where the bow is, so he still got a bunch of dungeons to explore. So maybe you come back.
Especially since 4, you're probably going to find the item in 4, and you're really close to it. You're close to it.
Yeah.
You're going to get in there.
It's boiling hot.
Jeez. Is that the last dungeon for him?
Has he found 7? It's the only one I can't remember actually being in. Oh my goodness, look at this.
Now do you re-enter 4 this early? That's ooh. He doesn't, let's see.
He's just late. I mean, I guess this is the strat. You can always come back.
Yeah.
You may pass an item in a dungeon eventually, but I mean,
the only issue is that they're kind of far away. There's no take any road up here, so it is a trek to come back here.
Yeah. I mean, the Silver Arrow could be in either of those dungeons, and it could be the last one you check, and maybe HN makes a decision and goes back for it. So,
yeah.
I mean, this is still
interesting.
Anybody's game. It's really cool that it may come down to something like that.
The race is now more. This is what Randomizer does: is that it forces you into making decisions, and they're based more on. You can use the fallacy of doing feel. I just felt like it wasn't. That's ridiculous, of course, but it's just what do you think the best play is, and that's where I think working with on what your opponent does. What would my opponent do here? Would he leave? Would he stay? You know, if you think he would go back in, I would leave. Or if you think, if you want to play that percentages and you think you're behind him, that kind of thing. That's kind of what I would think my mindset would be. Maybe maybe he's an 8. Maybe this is 8 that Ategenos is in.
That Saber found that Triforce real quick too. He's going back in. See, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
So
It looks like that was 8.
Huh. Can't bomb right. Oh,
Maybe it's
okay.
not.
It
Okay, it
still
must-
could. No, it still could be 8 because those two
No,
rooms
it's
are
6. It
blocked.
has to be 6.
I think HN has already beaten 6, so this is not 6. I think. Maybe it is 6. Maybe I'm just way off.
Yeah, it could be 6 or 7. I guess.
Yeah.
To tell.
Let's keep talking about it.
No, it can't be
Well,
6 because you'd be able to go up and right because
we've already seen 6 because
Yeah.
they got the map in there.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Ategenos going back into 7. If he knew it was 7, I think he'd hightail it out of there right away. I think it has to be 7.
Yeah, I'm just
Saber's-
trying to
Saber's
go.
is 6, okay.
I'm just trying to go on the map configuration. I guess if he can go up here. Well, no, it is 8. Okay, there you go.
Okay, yeah, I was right. All
All
right,
right.
I was right the first time.
Yeah.
Oh, so you can,
We were
that's
both
right.
right,
You,
yeah.
you can make your way down. That's where I
Yes.
was running into issues.
Yeah.
All right, so if it's this has
Here we
2.
go.
Obviously, 8 has 2 items, so this
Okay.
is a big check here.
Yeah, it's the bracelet
However-
though, and I think we know where all the dungeons are.
Yeah, we know where all the dungeons.
Maybe I don't
Alright.
know if we've seen 7. I don't think we've seen 7. No, Saber has a Triforce from 7, so I don't remember. That might have been a fast one.
Chat, the way what we see is we don't see the actual overlay map.
Oh, okay.
So,
So Saber's Triforce was incorrectly marked 7. He got the one in 8, which is where HN is now. So
I can't
okay,
see.
yeah,
See that? Okay.
I got the stream pulled up. So it's looks like 7 has not been found, or it was found early and they left.
So yeah,
So there you go.
the player we're looking at does, at least the one I'm looking at, doesn't have the actual map on the stream, so I can't see that. Nor do I see the Triforces.
Getting the behind the scenes tour of what it's like to commentate on a match.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got half or one of the items out of 8. So if he can if he gets a good item here in the next one, I guess you would really just want silver arrows at this point.
Yeah. Or, if you failing the silver arrow, you'd want the recorder.
So yeah, something that can help you, white sword maybe. That's a nice consolation, but
Well, so it would be good because again, 4 and 8 are far away. Thing, and if you have to go searching for items, that's 3 items right there. So
well, here we go.
here's the other item. Let's just see what it is.
Can't be the
It's not the
arrow.
bow. Well,
It
yeah.
can't be the silver arrow either.
It can
I
be,
guess it could. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of something that blocks Goma blocking 2 things, but
clipping into a Goma diamond is actually harder than you'd originally think.
yeah, it is not the silver arrow though. So that gamble did not pay off. But at least he has the knowledge that it's not an 8. So it's 2 items out of the way.
Yeah, and if what is he going for?
I think he got bumped in
bombs.
there. Oh, bombs.
I don't think so. I think he's just going for bombs.
Smart. Yeah, if you didn't know
He's got
that,
enough.
if you go in and out of a dungeon, it reloads all the enemies on the map immediately, even if you killed them all.
So he's good on bombs. Saver's in another dungeon. That's not surprising. Bennett, this one much easier to watch now because he picked up the red ring. That was power brace. So the only advantage he has is if he gets the. Let's see if he goes into back into 4,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think if he goes back into 8,
but go
Yeah.
back into 4.
he'll go back into 4, especially with the ladder.
I think he's going to go back in.
Yep. All right. Sticking to their guns.
Yeah.
They both did the same thing in both of those dungeons, so pretty neat. Oh, and it is ladder blocked. How about that?
Yeah. Surprising. Even in non-shuffle dungeons, just 4, you expect to be at some point ladder blocked in 4.
Good thing Saber has that red ring. He's been taking a boatload of hits.
Once you get the red ring, it's pretty easy. You know, only 9 are you really should be in any chance of dying because it's a deep dungeon. Ategenos buying the blue ring too. He has not been in 3 yet, obviously, because he would find the red ring at that point.
Yeah. All right, here's the item room.
Well, same for Saver.
Oh well, this is good. I mean, not having to worry about keys is really important. So that is
a cave room. 5 that Saver's in. Ooh, look at that.
potentially blocking the item.
Yeah, I'm not sure what dungeon he's in. I think he's in 7, but that's a single block room. It's not necessary because the rooms are shuffled, but it's not guaranteed that but it's a good chance. Either of them have found it. Oh yeah, Saver's definitely in 7. Seven's, we talk about most runners who do randomizer hate 7 with legitimate reason. It's the biggest dungeon, with a lot of weirdness to it at times. But interesting how you decide to clear it. Usually, it seems like the standard procedure would be to take care of that bottom right section because it's way out of the way. But I don't know, maybe it's one of those random things that the odds though of that being something are low because there are fewer rooms there.
Yeah, I guess you really want to clear out what's closer to the start because perhaps you die or you need to leave the dungeon. I don't know. Maybe it's better to clear it out when it's closer. It's a quicker comeback, but
the more I think about it, like wouldn't that suggest you want to do get as far away as possible, and then you can up A and then just go back into the opposite direction to the fewer rooms?
No, I think it really. I think it really doesn't matter. I think you could go either way and be right. You could go. You're still clearing the same number of rooms. You're up Aing after that anyway. So I guess you're just up Aing at an earlier time.
Now here's the possible break for Ategenos. Saver unable to continue in 7 because that single block was a push block and he couldn't get anywhere. It was obviously the staircase to continue on in 7. So
nice.
This is a recorder required seed. Saver was going to be blocked by something. It's better it be recorder than anything else.
Sure.
Because if you can't find silver arrows, you can just recorder back to 8 or 4. We find out that that's not necessary, but it's definitely, I think, the choice here. Looks like 5. Saver's found 5. Looks like to me, based on the entry here.
HN gonna look for the item. It's in the top. I think it's in the top, like the top part of the map. So he took the opposite route of Saber. He went straight to the Triforce. Let's see if he goes up to the item. Saber not wasting time getting the bombs out.
Yeah. I mean, he's
But
got
then-
red ring. It's not a bad. I can't remember if bosses or randomized HP, which is a pain to hit a bomb on a manhandle and have it do nothing. But the wand, you're good enough. With red ring, you're relying on luck with bombs, so it's not a bad idea, really.
So really the only reason to clear this room here, I guess he needs a Triforce. Yeah, he needs a Triforce.
I question that too. Yeah, I mean, keys, I guess. That's what makes the randomized dungeons a lot different. Is like if you play this game enough, especially without randomized rooms, you know exactly what drops can and can't happen, how many drops of each there are.
Sure.
That kind of changes when you randomize the dungeon rooms. So there's a lot more wasted effort clearing rooms that have nothing in when the dungeon rooms are shuffled, rather than just having the same rooms just be randomized in a dungeon. Let's see if this is the item. This will probably be the recorder. I can't think of another scenario where the recorder is not in 5. Can't be in 7. We know it's in 8. And the item in 6. I don't even remember. It looks like it could be. I guess it could be still in 6. It could be in here. Found the raft or order, and those are 2 required items, not 9. So there's a good chance that the silver arrows are in 9. It seems that happens a lot more. It's been happening a lot on these races. Silver arrows in 9.
Would you rather, just in a regular race, would you rather have the silver arrows randomized like they are now, or would you rather have them guaranteed in level 9?
Well, I was the one that suggested the red ring and silver arrow stay in 9. And that's one of the options. That was one of my suggestions. So I like, if you keep red ring and silver arrow in 9, it keeps the structure, even though everything else is randomized, it keeps the structure of the main idea of the game, making it less easy. Having those 2 items early makes the game very easy. So I like that idea of having it in 9. But it's in random. It's either way, it doesn't matter. I think the way we play this now, it's a lot more stressful when it's in 9 because you have to check all these dungeons for items before 9, because that's the standard procedure now, which makes sense.
I don't think I've seen an arrow shop yet.
I think I had.
Yeah, I saw HN just go into a candle shop, so I don't know if I've seen one of those either. Luckily, gets out of that Lionel room with just 1.5 hearts left, or 6, I guess you could say.
But he has red rings. So.
Yeah.
Eh.
Is he gonna buy some hints? Yes, he is. He gets a bad hint right away. He can afford both the other ones. They're pretty cheap hints.
Yeah, there are two hint room. One's cheaper and one more expensive.
He's gotten 2 cheap hints so far, honestly. Oh, that would have helped him before.
That doesn't help Ategenos, yeah.
So Saber's still looking for the item here in
Yeah, it's actually taking him a long time. I think he had some issues. It looked like he was reluctant to use keys, which has really kind of cost him some time here.
Yeah, it can funnel you into the wrong direction just not using keys.
Yeah.
And I mean that sometimes it leads you right to things, and sometimes it leads you away from where you need to go, and you end up just wasting a bunch of time.
I saw him in the staircase room like 3 or 4 different times, which is obviously time wasting, and he hadn't died during any of it. That's kind of odd how he's doing 9. He's in there again, you know.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure.
And there's a key spot. So that's such a hard decision to make, though, because keys can really hurt you in 9.
Yeah, he does have 8. That's a lot of keys.
Anything more than 6 or 7, and you're sitting good, I think.
Yeah, it's how unlucky, really. There's a staircase room, so one above.
Smart decision there by him not killing the last Pole's voice.
He gets that recorder, which he knows he needs.
Yeah,
that was a big find for him.
Yeah,
but I don't believe Ategenos knows that he needs that yet. But he did not get it. I saw him cycle through his items. He does not have the recorder.
5?
Yeah, he does not have that.
I don't think he's been in 5 yet.
Yeah,
he's in 7 now, so he'll find out he's not going to gain any time on Saver. This is something that we've talked about before in our commentaries. We don't want to just talk about losing time based on what's going on. Like Saver lost time in 5 to 7. That's not the best way to think of it. I think the best way to think of it is when each player is in that location, does he pick up or lose time? So Saver cleared all he could in 7 with bombing everything and all that. And Ategenos is going to be doing the exact same thing. So their time in that first encounter in 7 is negligible and even.
Yeah, they're in the same room, so
they are.
But yeah. HN's gonna get some bad news here. And see where this leads. Number 1.
It's what I said earlier was that we need bad things to happen to Saver so that he falls behind. For him to lose.
Oh gosh.
Well,
another item room, which is okay. So silver arrows. Do they have to be a 9 at this point? I mean, the raft is left. I think we.
No, it's in 6. Yeah, I think that has to be.
I'm trying to think. I don't think we've seen. I think they're in there. It's in there now with the other boomerang.
And try for it. Let's see. We've got red candle and ladder in 1. Book 2. Red ring in 3. Did we find 4's item?
Yeah, HN went up to find it, and it was the magic key.
The key. 5 is whistles. 6 has to be raft. 7. Did we find 7's item?
7 was just the white sword, and 8 was the boomerang and the power bracelet. So yeah, silver arrows are in fact in 9 with the other boomerang,
which actually helps Ategenos since he already went for those items. So he has that going for him. So he'll pick up time from now on out since he already did it.
Yeah. Although
unless Saver makes a wild decision to go for arrows of 9, but I don't think he will. Especially since he has recorder now, so he can just easily whistle back, which looks like he's doing now, to 8 to check those. Oh, he's not going up top unless he whistled wrong. So if he's going to 6, I think he's going to 6, right? Yeah. You'll find the raft.
No,
level 9. Oh, he's going to 9?
Yeah,
this is bold.
He knows, pretty sure he knows where all the items are, except in
Hints?
4, which he did not check. And in 8. So he is going straight to 9 without all the knowledge. We were the ones that knew
Yeah.
that silver arrows are in 9. He does not know, but he is taking a huge gamble here. But
Yeah.
man, he is going to
Yo,
like what
we'll
he
have
finds.
to ask him that if he wins. We'll have to ask him that like immediately. Down he knows. Yeah, it's like that's got to be our first question. Suppose one thing you could do is that he has to go into 9 anyway. And I think Saver's one of the few that always takes staircases over clearing rooms. So he's going to be taking these staircases maybe until he finds Ganon and Zelda. That he'll just hope to find the items on the way.
Yeah, I mean, you do have to find them. And he finds one item here, so halfway home, I guess, of finding something.
Yeah. I mean, the odds are low because they're what, 16 staircases. How many rooms are in 9?
Thought it was like 56 or
6.
okay. Yeah. Wow.
Oh. Wow. Okay, so that's
man, really everything going Saber's way. I mean, the only thing left is the silver arrow. I guess Ganon could be anywhere too, but
can't hear the stream, so I don't know if he's found Ganon yet.
yeah.
Right.
So if you hear the Ganon roar, go ahead and post it in chat. But we are, I mean, HN's running out of things that can hinder Saver at this point. I mean, HN still doesn't know. He found all the levels. I think he's still missing one.
I don't think he's done 5,
Yeah.
which has the recorder. I don't think he's done 5 yet.
Which he needs to beat 7. So
7 rooms in 9. Okay, so that's 16 staircases. So 16 staircases. That's one every just shy of 4. 2 out of every 7, maybe.
yeah, some sort of math in there, but yeah.
And if you find a staircase, your first staircase is a 2 and 14 or 2 and 16, so 1 and 8 of it being an item room. Oh. Odds are low, basically.
Yeah.
You're not going to find a ton of while anyway. And say you find Ganon and Zelda halfway through, so maybe I don't know. It's an interesting gamble. It's something we definitely have to ask him about.
Yeah, something here. I mean, something I noticed that Saver's taking time to kill enemies. Like at this point, there's no reason to kill enemies. Maybe for keys, but I mean,
Really? Room drops, bomb drops. Yeah, he never bought a bomb upgrade, so he's coming in here without optimal counts. Really, it is kind of unnecessary to kill things. Going for which you might need 4 drops. No, he skips this room.
if I were him, I would probably think I'm ahead, except for having the arrows, which could be in 3 or 4 spots that he didn't check. You know, I wonder
That's interesting.
what kind of stress, or what kind of is he nervous at all that maybe he's behind or maybe he's made a bad decision? Probably that, he's still questioning now that he's found one item in 9 and it's not the arrows. Yeah. It just lowers his chances.
I'm 100% sure he knows he entered 9 first.
Oh. Well, and there goes that theory. So he's probably feeling pretty good right now that his 1 in 6 gamble paid off.
Yeah.
Or maybe 1 in 4 or 5 or so, but still pretty solid.
Yeah, this is, I mean, he doesn't, unless he has to go buy a key, maybe he can afford 1 if he knows where a key shop is. He doesn't have to leave 9 ever. don't know if he heard Ganon or not. I didn't see anything in chat saying he has, so...
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's looping around yet, so perhaps not.
Danger of dying. Like I mentioned before, there is a chance of death in 9 because if it's
Oh gosh.
expansive.
Headbutts the red wizard there.
Yeah. So he's pretty much all but dead. So
Yeah.
he's mostly dead, so he can continue. I clear this room in case it's a drop because he could use either a bomb or a key drop here. He's kind of blocked, so yeah, at that point you just want to take a staircase so you're no longer blocked and just hope to get to another open space so you can clear more rooms.
It's a really interesting
clear so
route
far.
through route through level 9.
Yeah.
Little tree formation, I guess. Well, the select button paying off here.
Self a heart. If that would have been where the beast was, that would have been something.
Yeah, almost one of the most optimal Elite 8 seeds you've seen in a while.
And I mean, he got a little bit lucky too, so.
Well, sure. I mean, that's part of this is just sometimes everything goes your way, and it seems like it's been that for Saber. You know, he's taken all of the right gambles.
Yeah.
And he's gone the correct route through the overworld. I mean, finding the ladder really early is a big boost. Even though it wasn't level 1, I mean, still finding it early just kind of gets it out of your head. Know that the bow being in the
yeah, I mean,
being in the overworld, the wand being there, and him not having a sword for the better part of 30 minutes. You know, I mean, that could have been a different item, and he doesn't find the sword right away, and HN has it. You know, I mean, there's just so much that can just really swing a match. But Saber really taking it to this seed.
Only Gage was the requiring Dig Dogger to be killed. If that had been a Dodongo instead of a Dig Dogger, this would be 10 minutes faster.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so hopefully HN goes up here.
Quicker now.
Because the item room is north, and he needs that item. It's interesting. He opts to kill the room of Pole's voices with one room left. I mean, I would
Saber
probably
did
do the
same
same
thing. Yeah.
I would probably do the same thing. Well, he knew he was looking for the item.
Yeah.
And Saber cleared all but one, and then was coming back. Yeah. HN does kill all of them. It's not going to matter. Like, they're not going to respawn, but.
Oh, so he hadn't finished up 5. Because Saver was the last room, I think. So it didn't matter too much. Yeah, but yeah, it's definitely a good strategy to leave one there if you know that's where the Triforce is, and it's Pole's voice, and you don't have arrows. So anything that takes a long time to kill, you don't want to have to do twice. Interesting, because we would expect Saver to be finished pretty soon. I mean, I'm sure since he's facing the number 1 seed that he's not going to be surprised to Saver would beat him or be done before he gets into 9 or anything like that. But just based on the seed alone, what he figured out and that kind of thing, it'd be interesting to hear what Ategenos has to say about being surprised at when Saver finished, when he sees the dot done. And kind of a long 9. I'm trying to see a quick way through here that could be luck based for Ategenos should he come in here, but I'm having difficulty seeing it.
Yeah, I mean, not fine. The arrows being in here is almost
Makes
makes it makes it very difficult.
It's going to make it
just
long
have-
regardless.
Yeah,
You're right.
you got to take staircases just to find the items. So we're getting. He must know. He's bombing doors and stuff with open doors, so he must hear him there. I would, if I saw an open door with these guys in here, I would just go through.
Surprised he's killing him.
It's just checking stairs. Now, I don't think he's gotten to Zelda's room yet. Like, yeah, he hasn't. So maybe he's just trying to get to Zelda, and hopefully Ganon's right there. But now HN has everything. Has to go grab the bow, but he's not too far from it.
Found every other item, I believe.
Yeah.
Was there
Nice.
a 9? Ooh, he
Nice.
up 8. Saver up 8. He never. This is only his second time coming through the beginning, and he just took that staircase, so he hasn't been anywhere.
Oh,
Near
yeah.
the start,
Here
other
you
than
go.
there.
Yeah. This most likely will be, just based on probability, will be where Ganon is in this area. Oh, just grab bombs. Trying to get
Yeah,
back.
I don't.
I mean, I would try to get closer to Zelda here.
Confused. I'm not sure. I can't hear anything, but this is confusing to me.
I mean, it's still possible that Ganon is one room away from Zelda, so. Yeah, I would think HN has the bow. I mean, he knows the bow can't be in level 9, so. I mean, I didn't think it. I guess it's possible. I didn't think 9 was going to take this long, especially Saber found the arrows in like 2 minutes or something being in level 9, so.
Yeah, I'm flummoxed at the choices here. I mean,
Yeah.
he's still well enough ahead, and he's got so much coverage of the map so far.
Oh, HN thinking the same thing that Saber saw when he saw the item room there.
This will probably end up being closer than we first imagined, given Saber's what looks to be troubles.
Sure.
And not. It looks like we lost Saber. Oh, there's a sync issue. Okay. Oh, I see.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. 10
I
seconds ahead.
Big.
No wonder Saber's in such a big lead.
I know.
Streams are out of sync.
It didn't come back. Okay. All right.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, there he is. All right. Left. Left spawning.
Yeah.
It always never gives you a perfect pattern anymore.
Yeah, it's impossible. All right. Time to up A. Or I guess leave. Under Saber just leaves the room. I've done that where I've.
Especially when there are no doors there. That'd be. I would not.
Yeah, I'd be really careful because I had to forfeit a race one time because I up A'd during the Triforce animation and Zelda's door never unlocked.
That happens.
Yeah, and I had
you-
to quit the race. I couldn't complete it.
And you can tell when you can do it when the shutter door is open in Ganon's room, but there are no shutter doors.
Yeah, and still I wait a long time before I would up A.
But,
So yeah, guaranteed to be able to get through here with 2 keys, which is nice. But yeah, the difference turned out to be HN going back in for the items and Saber not going to them. So it's pretty amazing that it came down to, that it was this close, given the early game.
Given what we saw, I think Ategenos did do level 5 faster. He didn't go around in the top area as much as Saber did.
Yep.
So he picked up time there, and he didn't lose any time. Oh, there it is. He didn't lose any time in to Saber. So and
yeah, looks like HN's just gonna
forfeit. Looks
yeah,
like
toss it in. But great race. I mean, it seemed to be wide apart for most of the race.
Yeah,
but there were definitely some interesting points that could have brought it back. HN going back into the couple levels. I guess we could talk about this with them when they
get in here.
So
Fred has to leave so we can get both of them in. Fred's in the Discord for some reason. I'll be able to get one of them in. Let's see. Savers.
I think I can boot. We don't need Fred in here, do we?
Well,
there he goes. Okay. We have a Saber.
Hello.
Hey, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Why?
Why what?
The choice to go into 9.
Why? I found the ladder early. I found the bow. I bought the blue ring, and once I got the red ring automatically, I said, you know what? We're gambling right away.
Really? You made the choice way back then?
I made the choice right when I got trolled with that red ring. I said, you know what? I have all my main ingredients. 9 is arrows are variable. Let's just go to 9. Turned out I was blocked in 7, and that's when I started to panic the most. Oh my god. I was like, skip 4, skip 5, well, skip 4, skip 6, skip 7, skip 8.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to revisit something soon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
But fortunately, you found 5.
yeah,
and
5
then
was
that had the
last.
recorder, and then your plan was back on?
It was back on. I said, this is Ategenos. He is perfectly able to put up like sub 50 times. This is it. This is the final race. Let's go for it.
That's something that was really like I so expected you to go back into 4 and 8 because you got the recorder. You could easily whistle that into 4 and 8 and
Right.
then check it quickly, but you just went for it. That's interesting.
I actually forgot that was a feature of the quarter until later.
Oh,
I thought
Whistling to dungeons you have beaten.
I thought the only function was to get rid of dig doggers. Like, that 7 just haunted me for a little bit. I'm like, wow, I just made a gigantic mistake. Holy crap! What am I gonna do? But I full cleared 5. I'm glad I did, even though the item was right above the Triforce. Oh my god, I was so happy to see that.
Yeah, and you had the knowledge that you did need the recorder.
Right.
At that point, HN didn't go into 5 until after he also discovered he was recorder blocked in 7, so you guys were even there. He didn't clear as much of 5, but I still had to backtrack to 7.
Yeah, I had to do a double take in 7 because I'm like, please no, please let that be an open wall somewhere or something like a bomb.
yeah.
Yeah.
We saw that when we first came in. It's like that's not. Also, it wasn't necessarily a push block either because it could have been the push block and the single block in 1 when you first enter it. So it was like, we'll see. But it turned out to be necessary.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was really neat to watch the strategies kind of unfold. You had a pretty early lead. You got the ladder way before HN. He wasn't even in that area. He did get it about 10 minutes later, but you were off to a pretty good start. And then you started gambling on items, and that's when I kind of took pause and said, I mean, this could come back to haunt him, but you really stuck to your guns and you were like, I'm not getting any item. I've got the Triforce. I'm just going. And Agen double backed. He found the same early Triforce that you found in 8 and in 4, and he went back in. He found all the items. I mean, that may have been. I mean, that was obviously the difference in the match, but at least psychologically, like Agen had the knowledge that the arrows were in 9 because he found every item. But yeah, it was just interesting to see that like you did that with every dungeon, and Agen went back in every dungeon. So he went back to 6, got the raft before going to 9. So you guys had your strategy and you kind of stuck to it.
Mm-hmm. Feeling in 9 when the first item was not the arrow.
Should I get out right away and go back into 8 that has 2 items? Okay. But then I'm like, don't know. Maybe I'll find the hint for the guy. Which
ended up doing that after the fact, but that's the other problem is that these are mixed hints, so that could have been a changed hint anyway.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Real big gamble that you took.
It was the finals. I had to. I just had to.
Sure, yeah.
And then look like an idiot afterwards. No, actually, what really, really set me on the path to 9 was the white sword in 7. Without looking for it, I just found it. Once I have the white sword and red ring, I can powerhouse do anything.
Sure. Okay, yeah. Like the only items, like the only things you didn't find, you found the one boomerang, but the ones you missed were boomerang, raft, of course, magic key, and
power bracelet.
So yeah, like
two of them had to be not in 9, the raft and power bracelet. So it was really, what is it, 25% chance?
Chance that it was in, because you didn't find 4 items in the first dungeons, and 2 of them couldn't have been a 9, so it was 2 not. So
right. I quickly glanced at my tracker and I'm like, you know what, this is enough odds. Let's go. I didn't know what the percentage was.
Yeah.
I just went.
It was 2 and 4. So I mean, it was basically, it's a coin flip gamble.
Yep.
Yeah. Well played. That was fun to watch. I mean, there were parts where it looked like Agen could have made a little comeback, but all your decisions paid off, and it was just a little too much to overcome.
You had kind of a weird 5. Take us through what you were doing in 5, because you were in the top area. Like I saw you enter the room that had the staircase that was in the top left like 5 different times. It was kind of odd to see that.
I was trying to clear out the very bottom of 5 and trying to bomb my way upwards until I found a block. In that case, I have to go back to the staircase and explore the top half. So I'd rather clear the bottom first, then the top.
Looked like you were avoiding using keys at that time too.
I was low on keys most of the time, like 3 or 4 usually. That was scary too. Surprisingly, 9 had a lot of keys just laying out.
Well, they're about 10 minutes away from starting the next. So, how important was this win to you? Let's ask that.
I don't know. Not too much. I just want to have fun.
Yeah, okay. I mean, strategically, if you win, you only have to win 1 more. If you would have lost this one, you would have had to win 3 more.
3 more? Or 2 more? Oh, 3 more, you're right. Wow.
Yeah. So in that sense, it was big. So you don't have to go through the winner playing against like the losers bracket final in the losers bracket final, and then win 2 against whoever you would have lost to here. So,
right.
But it looked like that didn't have any bearing on your decision making. Just it was fun to go into 9. It sounded like
it was fun until I couldn't find Ganon and thought it was a magic staircase.
It was, you did have a little bit of a long 9. I mean, long 9 for like a 55-minute run is, but as long as it can be for a 55-minute run.
Right. I forgot what exact time I went into 9, but I remember it was really early.
That was something. Oh, that was something. God, I felt that we were kind of talking about it a little bit, and I felt that you were 100% sure that you entered 9 first.
Oh yeah, no doubt that I entered 9 first at that point.
Yeah. So that that I guess since you did everything else that quickly, that gave you the even if the arrows weren't in 9, you still had a shot at winning.
Correct. It's almost like I have some time to kill. We're here. Let's do it. But it could bite you in the butt in the end. If it's not in 9, you backtrack once. It's not there. You backtrack again. But I don't know. I just felt like I had to do it at that point.
Well, congratulations. You get to hang out, watch the first couple matches tomorrow, and then do you have any particular strategies or expectations going into the final matches tomorrow?
It's going to be just as tough, but I want to look past that and just have fun. That's what the randomizer is about.
Anything else?
No,
I'm kind of out.
Yeah, that's a great attitude to have, Saver. I mean, it is all about fun, and I think that's what's for that, and your tremendous amount of skill is propelling you through this tournament. So, congratulations and best of luck in the finals tomorrow. We'll be here to call your match. So,
cool.
It's going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. So it's going to be either Jam or Ategenos.
Fred.
Or Fred, yeah.
Or Fred.
Yeah,
oh my
so whoever.
Fred. He is coming back. I can't wait to see his next match.
Yeah.
Well, his next match is coming up.
You don't have to wait long. It's,
you don't have to wait
happening.
long. Coming up is
Literally.
Jam Evil versus F. Coughlin, otherwise known as Why'd You Do This to Us, Fred?
All right, thanks, guys. See ya.
Yep, thanks, Saver.
And who's calling this match? In Bresticle, I believe.
Yeah.
Any blackouts for LOZ, and any overloading basement circuit breakers for BT. And I'm reading this off of the Discord.
All right, thanks everybody. We'll hand it over.
So we're gonna get out of here. Let those guys come in, and tomorrow's an important day. It's gonna, this is the finals of the tournament, and big times. We're gonna be streaming big, to quote your best buddy Pie.
Our boy Pie. So, all right,
so
here
it
they
looks
are.
like they're all in. So LOZ, Bresticle, take it away.
Thank you very much, Lack Attack and Darkwing Dunk. Great job for the both of you as always. All right, so once again, Saver going on to the championship match, which will be here tomorrow night. It should be an exciting. But now we have the final match of tonight's sextuple header, and it is between Fred Coughlin and Jam Evil here in the bonus bracket semifinal matchup. The winner will move on to face off against 8gen in the bonus bracket finals. Hi, everybody. I'm LZ Cards Fan 23, and I've got my partner here, Bresticle here. Boy, can anything stop Saver at this point? I got to ask you.
Saver can only be stopped by Evil.
You think Jam Evil has the best chance of knocking out Saver in the tournament based on who we have? Because, again, we're down to our final four. Of course, he just defeated the number 3 seed, and then, of course, Jam Evil, the number 4 seed. Jam Evil, again, had a really good chance of beating Saver. Unfortunately, the Saver theory proved to backfire against Jam Evil. And the funny thing is, Saver went against the Saver theorem in his match, and it ended up proving to pay off. I'm telling you what, Crystal Saver right now, he's not only good, he runs lucky. It doesn't matter what you throw at him. He full clears level 9, still finishes at a sub-hour time, and he is the first player to turn in 3 sub-hour times in this tournament. He has put up amazing performances time and time again. I'm telling you, it is going to be awfully tough for any of our remaining competitors to stop him. I'd say
Saver works like a freaking, he's like a tree. Each one of his wins is just a leaf on that tree falling off, and you know what? Autumn is coming. Autumn is coming, Laz.
That is true. So Fred Kaufman, this is actually his third match already tonight. So, and for Jamie Evil, this is his only one of the night. So, do you think Fred Kaufman has the advantage, considering that he's warmed up? He's already had to do this twice today. Or do you think the fact that the wear and tear is going to play a role into Fred Kaufman's, playing abilities?
Well, I'd say Fred has probably the strongest minds out there as far as playing multiple matches in one day. So not often does he have enough free time to kind of join in race after race after race. But when I do that, I get my maps mixed up. I start forgetting to check things that I checked several games ago. Fred is not one to make those types of mistakes. He makes different types of judgment calls, and that will just be an effect on the current time on the East Coast and how long he's been awake. He's got a lot of things going on over there, but he is a phenomenal player, and obviously I'm very interested in getting my vengeance since Fred's the one that knocked me out. So I'm just on Team Jam over here because I'm a very biased commentator.
A correction, this is actually Jam Evil's second match. He had one earlier today before I came back from work. So he had defeated Dragon Dark in that earlier match, the third matchup of the sextuple header. So again, for Fred, this is his third match. For Jam Evil, this is his second match. Looks like both of these players are just about ready to get ready to start this race and very shortly. Again, we have had some real close matchups here tonight. Two of the great Zelda Randomizer players. Again, Jam Evil, capable of pulling off some great times. Fred Kaufman, though, the methodical mind of this tournament. He's the one that created the Zelda Randomizer. So pretty much, in my opinion, this could be a matchup against Brains versus Bronze, because again, Jam Evil, as far as I'm concerned, he doesn't use a map.
Jammy has a pen and paper strategy, so he kind of has a map. He doesn't have a 9 map. He jots things down. It's very secretive. I think he uses parchment or perhaps papyrus. It's a very, very secret method, and it works well because these randomizer matches that are off tournament, he's taking in a lot of points. He's quite a strong racer. So these guys are pretty evenly matched right now as far as fatigue and quantity of races and experience. It's actually going to be a pretty good match.
I am looking forward to this one. Again, this is our final matchup of tonight of this 6-race bonanza that we have had in the Zelda Randomizer tournament. Again, the winner's going to move on to the bonus bracket finals to face off against 8gen, and the loser will be out of the tournament. We will be down to our final 3 players by the time this race is over with.
My goodness, I can just feel the excitement.
Yes, indeed. So any second now, this race will be started between these two excellent competitors.
One too many Freds in here. Messages from Race Chat, brought to you live. Only Banana can jam. What's up, Saber?
So it looks like we've got a little bit of a battle here in chat. Is it going to be Team Fred or is it going to be Team Jam? Place your bets, everybody. So far, it's held true. All 5 races tonight. The first person to enter level 9 has won all 5 races. Do you think we're going to see that trend continue, BT, or do you think we're finally going to see that great equalizer come back?
Hey, sometimes I enter 9 and just die repeatedly. So let's give 9 some credit. It can really be a trial. It can be a de-equalizer.
Hey, retired sergeant, if you're going to say Cardinals, at least spell it right.
The Cardinals are actually the expansion team replacing the Montreal Expos.
Or perhaps they might be replacing the what was it? It used to be the Montreal Royals before it was the Kansas City Royals.
Yeah, and then we have some Astros to worry about.
Oh yes, before that they were the Colt 45s. But we're getting off topic. We got a Zelda Randomizer race.
We got the 5-second warning going right now.
All right, let's play then.
The Great Equestrian. All right, so let's get starting positions. Where are we going to start? Up, down, left, right, center? I'm going to go with Deadwoods. Money on Deadwoods?
I'm going to say that we're going to start near the coast.
Ooh, we got a grave. Very ominous opening to a very detrimental race. The Spooky Guineas and the level 6.